Checking the sound, checking the sound. What is going on, guys, gals, aliens, and degen freaks? Welcome to the Dano Crypto live stream this Wednesday morning. As you can see, the title says Doge, 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 Doge to the moon. Altcoins are currently, some of them are pumping. Some of them are not doing very well, but we got Bitcoin pumping overall. It's so crazy to think that we were just talking about Bitcoin having a hard time breaking the resistance of 38,000, and now we're literally sitting at $44,125 overall in the cryptocurrency market. So I hope you guys are doing well. We are streaming live on YouTube and we are streaming live on X right now. Shout out to the people watching, and if you haven't, hit the subscribe button, smash the like, hit the bell to be notified, and so we're going to get right into it. So one of the stories that I want to get into, but first I want to get into the markets, and we're going to look at some crypto bubbles. And right now we have amazing, we got BitTorrent, BTT, BitTorrent doing amazing. That came out of nowhere. So we got 92% on BTT, which is BitTorrent. Let's see what happened here. Yeah, we just had a massive move. I remember actually purchasing a little BitTorrent myself on the Voyager app long time ago. The Voyager app actually had BitTorrent back in 2021. And I think I actually even made a little bit of profit on it as well. But if you look here, I mean, you see here we had massive buy up, 87%. It's a decent move. So maybe we had some whale movements on this particular coin. But if we go back, let's see what else is moving. Yeah, we got Beam 21%. Doge is up 13%. AVAX, Avalanche 15%. We got SHIB up 8%. We have Polkadot 7%, Injective 8%. You know, a lot of these altcoins are going to really start moving. But what the interesting thing is that we actually saw a lot of the meme tokens. We had Wojak, Pepe. What else? We had a couple different meme coins. Grok was coming back. Grok went down a good 30%, but then came back and sustained another 40% move. So if you were able to catch it on that low whenever it retraced, you'd make some pretty decent money. I got into it before it had that downturn and actually took profit, but then got stopped out. But mainly we want to talk about Doge on this live stream this morning, and we'll focus on a couple different things. We're going to talk about Bitcoin, we're going to talk about Doge, but we're going to keep it pretty focused. And I hope you guys are doing well. Say hello in the chat and say where you're watching from. And I hope everyone that is watching on X is doing well and on YouTube are doing very well. So let's get into Doge, and let's see what is going on. So now I knew we were going to get close to hitting that 10 cents. That was just an obvious price target that Doge was sitting at. We got the market cap at 14 billion. And we have a trading hour volume, 24-hour volume of 3,176,000,000. Or sorry, that's 3 billion. So then we have fully diluted 14, and circulating supply 142 billion coins. Total supply 142 billion. So let's look at the price. Let's look at the chart. We're gonna go on the 4-hour, so then we can see how much it's moved from. See, our prices that we were looking at previous were at 7 cents. This was where we basically were kind of almost at our bottom. We were at a 7 cent bottom, and we went as low as 658. There were some entries that we got into right here that it looked like we were like not catching the break initially, and then we downturned just a little bit. But then you can see here that we gained. We had a little bit of a bearish divergence here and here, but actually sustained a little bit of a rally after each little retracement. And then if you go in a little bit tighter on the hourly, you can see here that we started to gain a little bit more strength on the RSI. we're divvying just a little bit, but I think that, the volume is still, I think the more volume is going to come into altcoins, especially when you see things like Doge. We have good news on Doge, and speaking just on not just Doge, but we also went into a Crow trade where we went into Crow and Doge at the exact same time, and it appears that Doge is performing way better than Crow. Crow, actually, right now, I'll tell you, it's a negative 30%. We were up 50%, and we didn't take any profit. I wasn't able to really watch the particular trade as like a hawk, like I do like other trades. I didn't have a stop loss set in, but I figured, you know what? I'm gonna let this one ride because I feel like we're going to get some buy pressure into the altcoins, especially when people start taking profits on Bitcoin, but really when Bitcoin it really starts to pump, because the fact that Bitcoin hasn't really retraced a whole lot since we've pumped into these levels. And you can see here that we just so guys, we drew these lines I feel like weeks ago, where I drew out of this in the descending wedge here, and we had this trajectory of going to 42K. And that was the target, and now we're actually getting closer and closer to getting into this price range, into this box here. And you can see that it's coming up really close, and we're getting super, super close to the fourth halving, and we are going to be getting into, to be honest, I think we'll be in these price ranges sooner than later. And we have a big resistance level at 48,000. That's the target. That's kind of where we're heading, is 48,000. But then you got to look at all the other points of the chart that actually give a little bit more support. So could we turn this previous resistance right here into support right here, where we could just crush and end up going way up and going into our all-time highs? And that is potential for sure for Bitcoin and in the immediate short term as well. So I really like looking at this chart. I think it's a great chart to look at, and I've been also looking at this chart, this Bitstamp chart. This one really gave me some great data where I started to, so really zoomed in. I don't know what happened there. All right, so this one, you can see the tight ascending triangle here, where we broke out of that and we became super bullish. But you got to see, though, you had like a little head here. It took a little bit, and we had 3 rejection points. We had 3 different rejection points here. We had one here, one here, one here, and this was rejection points on 38,000. So when you really start to get in tight and you start to look at it and you analyze how low we went each time we retraced, that's why I did this. So then you can see the clear movement to where we know we can get validated where, okay, look, we're not getting rejected as hard each time we start to break on 38,000, which means it has strength. And then you see here that we really gained strength. We only retraced just a little bit and put in even more volume. So what this is this is just spot buying, and this is speculation into the ETFs and into the Bitcoin halving. So we got 2 catalysts that are bringing in a lot of different buy pressure for Bitcoin, and that's why we're seeing this price movement go up. So, and if you look at the time frame of when we're getting these ETF approvals, the deadlines are being pushed into third deadlines of January. So I think Bitcoin could see a price range of 50K before we even get to these deadlines. I mean, it's very well possible. But then we also have people like this, like Capo, saying that the last BTC pump changes nothing. This is still the target for Capo. 11K, 12K. Thinks it's going to dump to 12K. I think that's just insane. I don't really trust in that type of analysis. Like, I get it. I get how, you know, we could have a retracement, and I'll show you like how we could have that retracement. If we go into the chart, you know, obviously we've been on a uptrend since 15K. You know, we've been on a pretty clear uptrend since 15K. You know, I mean, we only broke off we were going on the trend, but see, we broke off the trend here, and then that's when everyone was thinking, oh, we're going back to 12K. But the thing is we have completely gone back into the trend. We've gone way back into the trend, and we've surpassed it. So the only potential I see of another dump would be into the $30,000 ranges, and it would make sense that it could possibly kind of chop around a little bit and then go into 50,000 pre-halving. So that's what I'm thinking of in terms of like the potential of it going down. Yes, it's there, but 12K, no. I think that's just to validate someone's own thesis, and they're getting scared that it's completely getting invalidated by a different cycle. The thing with a lot of these old crypto people is that they go by the old cycles, which is great because crypto is cyclical. But I think this cycle this time is a little bit different. I think we have a lot more attention on crypto than we did in the past. I think naturally, like when you saw, like, you know, the movements of 2017, 18, 19, and 20, and then bull market 2021, yes, you can judge it by those movements, but I think it's going to be a little bit different this time. I think we're getting tricked. You know, we got the reverse Kramer, the inverse Kramer indicator, where Kramer says, don't buy Bitcoin, and then Bitcoin soars. And this was months ago. This was like two months ago that Kramer was like, sell it. That was the time to buy. But then recently, Kramer flipped on himself and did an inverse Kramer and said, if you like Bitcoin, just buy and hold Bitcoin. You know, it's like, and he kind of made a good case for it and said, hey, you know, Bitcoin is getting strong, blah, blah, blah. And then a lot of people were like, oh, is it the top? You know, we should be sell. And it actually was, he was right. He was like, look, just buy some Bitcoin. But then also months ago, he said not to buy it. So it's one of those things where you kind of have to just do your own research, and you have to look at the chart, and you can't really listen to these guys, especially the old TradFi people. They don't understand. They truly don't. They can't fathom the movements of the crypto markets, like moving and how what they do in altcoins. Like this is BTT that like this just happened 92% in a day, in a matter of an overnight period. So this is where you can really do some damage, and hopefully we can do some damage here too. But look, I mean, Dogecoin's doing fantastic. So Dogecoin's doing fantastic. We can see here that we actually went to 10.6, which we're pushing to get to 11 cents. But the reason why I think Dogecoin is going to be going to 15 cents is that we did have a big push up on Elon's posts and news beforehand. I think the biggest push up that we had was to 15 cents. That was the previous rejection point, resistance point. If we go way back into the chart here, and you can see here that we're currently sitting at that 10 cent range. We're sitting at the 10 cents. Can we get, and so look, we got resistance here, but then also we have some support. We had some support here as well in this area. But this was news. So this right here, I think if you look at the time, you look at the time frame, this is November 1st, 2022. That was, I believe when Elon either posted something about Doge. We had let's see. If I go into November 3rd, 2022, Doge news. Let's see. November 3rd, 2022, Dogecoin news. Dogecoin price. Let's see. Trying to think of what was going on during that date. It was either Elon posted he switched the logo on Twitter to the Doge to Shiba Inu, and that itself just pumped the price, and it was like a good 20%. It was like a good 20% pump. Or was it more than that? Oh man. Really? Was it more than that? Wow. Yeah, that was okay. So that was a really good pump. Okay, so could we see 15 cents? Well, we're gonna hit some resistance for sure, but I think in terms right now, we're looking pretty decent. But let's look at the 15-minute and let's see what we're doing. All right, so we got a bearish, we got bullish divergence on it going a little low right here. We got some volume. The MACD here, you can see we're about to cross, and we could be going back into the green. We just need to see some more price movement here, and Dogecoin could be doing well. But right now, Trade's looking pretty good. It makes me think, I went into Crow. If you look at Crow, I'll show you what happened with Crow. I'll show you exactly where I could have taken some profit. And you can see here multiple limit buys on this candle, and then we actually moved up here at 10 cents because that was actually the range I was looking at, was 10 cents. And you can see here, at 10 cents, we got rejected a little bit, and well, not just a little bit, a lot. And so I still have the trade open, and I'm thinking, look, we could push back up. We got point of control going at least up to 9 cents, 9.7, and then we could potentially push into the 10-cent range. And I think what we just have to see Bitcoin, what it's doing right now, instead of that previous level of it being 38,000, now we're hitting 48, and we keep going a little bit over and then a little under. Couple $100 here, couple $100 there. But I think when one of these, Prince, trust fund, crazy rich countries start really going into Bitcoin. I guess there was the news that Qatar. Let's see, it was like Qatar family. It was like Qatar Nation or... Yeah, Qatar. There, yeah. I spelled that totally wrong. Yeah, it's Qatar's rumored 500 billion Bitcoin investment. So let's look at this news article real quick, guys. Qatar's rumored 500 billion Bitcoin investment fuels market frenzy. And we see here the latest buzz in cryptocurrency circles since Qatar's sovereign wealth fund eyeing a colossal 500 billion investment in Bitcoin. This news has ignited excitement and anticipation across financial circles worldwide. So, and this was from Max. So Max Kaiser reports of rumors that Qatar's sovereign fund wealth fund has entered the Bitcoin market and could be interested in purchasing up to 500 billion worth of Bitcoin. So this is insane, guys. So what we see is massive money is going to start coming into Bitcoin, and that's when we can see a huge, just like super cycle of the Bitcoin price. And we go into something called, other people say, or they coin the term price discovery, because it's like this uncharted territory that Bitcoin is going to start going into once that amount of money and volume starts to come in, because these people are going to buy and hold for the long term. They're not going to... The whole thing about Bitcoin and why companies and countries are getting into it, and people, is that it's a way to not be sanctioned. It's a way to not be told what you can do with your money. You can transact 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can do it worldwide. There's no country or there's no government. There's no sides of Bitcoin. It's just a medium of exchange and ledger on a network that is secured by a bunch of computers and miners and trust, and where that's what it's for. So that's why Bitcoin is going up in price. That's why it's going up in general. That's why it's a store of value. That's why people are choosing it over gold. That's why people are choosing it over bonds. If you go into the sheer data, just going by Michael Saylor, and you look up and you go to Michael Saylor's X profile, and you just see that the comparison, and I love these comparisons. It's a really good comparison. I just have to find it really quick. It's just this is his stock performance of his company compared to Google, Microsoft, Apple, Meta, Netflix, Amazon, IBM, all of these things. Stock performance since August 10th, 2020, when MicroStrategy adopted its Bitcoin strategy. The MicroStrategy stock went up 321% since with its adoption. Insane. And then Bitcoin itself went up 221%. S&P 36, Nasdaq 30, gold negative -2%. Silver negative 16, bonds even worse, negative 22%. And then top that with inflation, and then you have the reason why people are getting into Bitcoin. That's why people are getting into Bitcoin. Bitcoin is an uplifting idea and a way to have generational wealth in terms of not having the dollar inflate by almost more than 5% every single year. By the time you are 65 years old, if you are 30-something right now, your money will be inflated to almost zero. So what do? Instead of being convinced that you're going to use a CBDC and the federal government's going to try and implement a way to force you to do that, you say, no, I'm going to opt out of that system, and I'm going to use what the entire world is using, and it's going to be Bitcoin. It's going to be cryptocurrency. And as long as you're smart and you're savvy and you know your rights, you can say, you can't tell me what to do with that. It is my digital right to have a form of asset that I can trade like it's a damn Pokemon card. All right, guys. So I haven't even looked at the chat. I don't even know how many people are watching. I could be literally talking to 0 people, but we'll see. Okay, we got a couple people in here. We got a couple people on YouTube. Let's see. I'm going to look at the chat here. Let's see. We got, what are your thoughts on the time frame for the upcoming major correction, and when do you believe it will happen? How low could we go? How low could we go? How low? Well, I think a lot of people are thinking that we could go as low as 32,000. 32,000. So if we look here, we want to look at all of our levels here. These are all the prices that we could go to. If you click on here, I mean, you got 33,000, 35,000, 36,008, 38,039, 38,001, 38,533. I mean, these are the levels that we probably want to look at of it potentially going super, super low. So, and I'm saying super low because we literally crushed into the 40,000 range, and we were just complaining about getting rejected off of 38. So now that we've pushed into this range, this is why people are thinking, oh no, we could be going into possibly the moving average. Because if you go into the moving average and you say, okay, I want to look at Bitcoin on its moving average of, let's get all of this stuff out of the way. Let's see, the 200. Yeah, because we want to look at the 200. Yeah, okay. And we want to go on Bitcoin and do it, not on Crow. So let's look at the 200 moving average. EMA. That's sitting at 40.42 right now on the 15. On the hour, it's sitting at 40,200. On the 4 hour, it's sitting at 37. And the points of our breakout is at 37.6. And then if you think where we broke out of our basic bull flag here was 35,142. So that could be the levels that we're looking at. If we're going to dump, I would look at those levels. I would definitely look at those levels. That's something that is an obvious retracement, and it would be healthy. It's almost kind of like a healthy dump. You know, it's not like a nasty Taco Bell, like gross, like you just like ate a bunch of nasty crap through the weekend kind of dump. It's like a healthy salad. You know, you had some nice, you had some bananas. You know, you had a lot of fiber. It's that kind of dump. So just a little healthy one. But who knows? I mean, we could just keep going up because we've basically just like, look at these candles. I mean, it's just like do. We got on the daily, on the 4 hour, we even got, look at this. I mean, we got all the wicks are at the top. All the wicks are at the top, so that's meaning we pushed. We're keep pushing. We got a couple doji candles here that confirmed on here. More green movements going up to the upside, and we still have volume. We're still good on the RSI. So, I mean, yeah, Bitcoin is looking really good. And our trade right here that was just down negative 60% is now up negative 22%, and now negative 20. We might go back. I think we're going to go back into those levels with Crow. And sometimes if you're not really able to actively look at these trades, and, you know, you could take profit right here. Boom, couldn't take profit right there. But, let's look at right here. So you can see here, entry, point where you could take profit. And the thing is you guys, you put take profit levels in a limit and not sell the whole thing. You can say like, all right, I want to take 25% at 10 cents. If I knew that was my level, that is something that I could have done as a smart trader, but I was kind of being a lazy trader and not putting in all of my risk management together in a trade. So, but that's okay. That's okay. It happens sometimes. But I want to say, guys, you know, we're doing very well with just starting with just $30 on this particular account. We turned that $30 into over $2,000. So I think we're doing well. We're doing very well. I want to check out my actual P&L analysis. And let's see. Let me duplicate this tab. And shout out to all the people that are still watching. I think I need to get off the stream. Because I got things to do. Let's see. All right. Okay. So I wanted to show you guys this just to show you the proof. Let's go to futures, go to P&L analysis. Whew, an itchy nose. All right, guys. So this is what we have been looking at off our initial $30. And we've taken profit multiple times on all these trades. And so we are we are up $1,600. And what's amazing is that we actually were able to from having this account for the past 360 days to trade up, because we had some terrible months. We had a couple months where the market was so volatile, it was so bad. It was just like, if you were you thought you were just getting faked out, just scammy candles everywhere, scam wicks, and I was just not mentally prepared for it. And I think I finally got knocked down so many times and started to really, really focus on the charts. It's like, okay, I gotta switch my strategy up. I gotta do something. And it really worked. So what I did is I just started to be more patient, more calculated in my trades, and then I started to become profitable. And now it really has shown. And this is just with a small amount of money. So it's really kind of, I'm doing this so then when I start to work with bigger amounts of money on different accounts, that I can handle it and not be stupid and say, like, I have like get an account up to $100,000 and then think that it's okay to risk, even more than like 50% of that, or say I'm going to go into this trade, or, just there can be decisions that you can make that can really, really hurt and stifle your growth of your account just by you thinking that you're good or you're pro. It's like, everyone can get wrecked. Doesn't matter how good of a trader you are, but because especially if you're getting caught in FOMO and all those things, it can really jack you up. So I've been doing this and trading and training myself to be able to do this and analyze these charts and see what I can do with this type of money. And then we'll scale it up. We're going to scale it up. All right, guys. Well, I really appreciate everyone who has been watching on X and also on YouTube. I don't know how many people even tuned in on X, but it was still cool to have a stream going in 2 different places. Trying to be efficient. Is Doge going to go even more? People saying in the chat. Let's see. I think, Doge definitely has. Doge is going to be moving up into the price ranges. We'll just look at it right now. It might cool off just a little bit. It's probably just going to cool off just a little bit. We want to, let's look at it right now. I mean, we had a nice movement up past 10 cents. Now we're still sitting at 10 cents. If you look at the 15-minute, the point of control, I mean, we got a lot more value area lows, obviously, because we just pumped from a nice low here. And it's looking like we could be seeing a bit of a, I'm not sure like what we're seeing here. We're having a little bit of a div, but we have to have a little bit more volume, and we need to see, the thing that with Doge is that why I'm in a Doge trade, and I'll show you, is because we have things like this. Dogecoin funded SpaceX Doge 1 moon mission gets a step closer to launch. And Doge 1 is a cube satellite that will orbit the moon and broadcast a video feed. So I have been saying, they're going to actually land on the moon and land something on like a probe on the moon and have like a Dogecoin miner or something like that. Like, I think it would be amazing if they actually implemented this satellite to mine Doge while it's orbiting the moon. So planned moon mission funded by Doge take a step closer to launch following a key regulatory approval from the National Telecommunications Information Administration, which forms a precursor to the final federal Communications Commission license. The Doge 1 satellite is being developed by space technology firm Geometric Energy Corporation, which announced the project in May 2021. The satellite will be launched aboard a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. And they've been testing those rockets like crazy. They're doing a fantastic job. So what it's going to do, it's a miniature screen on the Doge 1 satellite will display advertisements, images, and logos, which will subsequently be broadcast to the Earth. Doge 1 was the first satellite launched to be paid for its entirety in Doge tokens. That's amazing. So you can buy things with Doge. You definitely can buy things with Doge. All right, so Doge 1 is one of 2 Dogecoin-related missions planned in the coming months. And that's just not it, guys. There's another. So we got X is now licensed for payment processing in dozen U.S. states. So when we get into this, say Elon Musk is moving forward with his plans to turn the company formerly known as Twitter, now called X, into an everything app. So we know this, guys. This is what he's been planning on doing. The company in late November was granted 3 additional money transmitter licenses in the United States, in U.S. states of South Dakota, Kansas, Wyoming. We got the other states where the company previously had been granted money transmitter licenses: Arizona, Georgia, Iowa, Maryland, Michigan, Mississippi, Missouri, New Hampshire, Rhode Island. All of these states were licensed this year, starting with New Hampshire. And then Arizona, Michigan, Missouri were added in July. Okay, so the registrations are associated with the business name X Payments LLC. Guys, this is the play. I'm telling you guys, like, Elon is not going to let us down. Elon is he is the hero right now. He is the main character in this story of humanity right now. I mean, give me one other person that has done more recently for actual humanity and to further growth and for free speech than Elon Musk. Please. Give it to me, because I can't think of any other person that is in the public eye, is as transparent as he can be with the amount of influence and money and power that he has, that's doing the things and the great things that he's doing. I mean, he's not perfect, obviously. He's not a saint, but damn, I mean, he's doing more to try and further human progression on our planet and in space than anyone else is doing in the entire planet. So I'm following Elon Musk's lead, and I'm using X. I think he's gonna get it as a payment system that's gonna be in competition with PayPal, which he was affiliated with and a co-founder of. And so the whole vision of X back in the early 2000s, when he initially started the company, was to turn it into a payments app. So it's all coming full circle, and I think Doge is going to be a part of that, and that's why I am afraid to not be in a Dogecoin trade or to hold Doge, because the possibility of it going into the price ranges back into 75 cents into $1 is very, very, very possible when we have the type of news of it being used inside of X.com as a payment rail. I mean, it's amazing. So I just feel like the combo between Doge designer and the interactions between Elon Musk and the way that they're constantly talking about how they're getting closer and closer and closer for it being a everything app. I'm super bullish, guys. So that's what I have to say about Doge and why I think it could be going to 15. It could be going to 15, 20 cents in the short term, possibly. In January or at the end of December. I mean, we still got. I mean, it's only December 6th, so we still got. We got some time. We got. This Christmas is gonna be interesting. You know, we got a crypto Christmas. You know, we got a big crypto Christmas coming. And if we look at the data, we look at CoinGlass. You know, we want to go right into CoinGlass and look at the monthly returns on Bitcoin, and you can see. Let's see, Bitcoin exchange balances. Where's the monthly returns? Can't find it. Where is it? I cannot find this chart. Where is it at? Let's see. I'm going crazy. I can't find this. There it is, data. All right, Bitcoin returns, percentages. That took way too long. Sorry, guys. All right, so Bitcoin quarterly returns for quarter. Look at this. Quarter 4, crushing it, 63%. All right, Ethereum quarterly returns, 34%. Wow, Bitcoin is crushing Ethereum right now. But Ethereum's lagging behind, so we're going to see Ethereum catch up. Just wait, guys. Just wait. That's why I'm still in an Ethereum trade myself, and I want to still keep it open because why not? Bitcoin monthly returns in December. We are, in the past 2 years, we've done terrible in December. We've done negative 18% in 2021, negative 4% in 2022, and now we are crushing a Bitcoin December crypto Christmas in December for this year. And I think we're going to be going into 2017 ranges where it was up. Where actually we might even do better. I think we're gonna crush it. We're gonna be like how we were in 2020, where we saw 46% average. We're gonna be in that range again, I think. But all right, guys. I think I've streamed for long enough. Shout out to the people on X. Shout out to the people on YouTube. Thank you so much. Thank you for asking questions. Thank you for staying with me at any point during the stream. I really appreciate it. Thank you to all of the new subscribers. Guys, I want you to let me know if I should start a private Discord so we can interact together. And so the people that watch Dano Crypto and the people that I know watch my channel and have been with me either from the beginning or from the start or from any point that you guys want to interact with each other and be a community together, and then I know who's who and who's watching the channel. We can get chat moderators on live streams. We can, post our altcoins that we're finding together. We can keep it super secure, and I think it'd be a lot of fun. And I've been wanting to call it the Dano Crypto Dojo, the Dano Dojo for crypto community interaction. So, guys, let me know if that's something that you want to hear or be a part of. And, click on all of the affiliate links. All the affiliate links in the description down below. I got NordVPN, partnered with them, BITFLEX, MEXC, BYBIT DeFi. So there's all kinds of different things that you can do with all my affiliate links. You just got to first sign up with that NordVPN or use any kind of VPN that you have. NordVPN is definitely my favorite. And guys, thank you so much for tuning in to the live stream, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.